Hello, my name is Matt Allner. If you're on my X feed right now, you're watching this video here. I'll also post this on YouTube. Been asked by Dave Jose. I've been a student of his now for about, I'd say about 5 weeks, but formally for about the last 4. I'm the gentleman that's pushing the issue to remove and cease and desist all of the transgender ideology out here in Colorado, in the school district in Monument, Colorado, where we live. This is School District 38. You know a little bit about the background of the issue if you've read my notice. If you've signed my petition, you know a little bit more about what's happening here locally. But this is a problem we're all dealing with here across the country. Many of the school districts, even if you think that it's not happening in your district, they've already started moving things in if they don't have board policy in place to prevent it from coming in, and strict adherence policies where if it's even brought in, that it's automatic termination. We're going to do some more things with that down the road, but for now what I want you to understand is if you're hearing about Dave's process, which involves lawful notices and affidavits, this stuff works. He's got lots of evidence on his X channel. For those of you that are following him, I really encourage you to get on and watch and look at the videos that people are making and posting from when they're on the state house floors at committee hearings, and just pay attention to what's going on. It's powerful, and we're moving the nation right now. Out here in Colorado, we have a battle in my county. I live in El Paso County. We are a county full of patriots, and they're coming. They're hungry for this remedy. They're coming to me. I'm very grateful of Dave and Jill and Sandy and others that have been helping me along the way, and we're going to win this fight. So what I wanted to share with you that Dave asked me to make a short video on this afternoon, is some of the things that I've been learning and getting ready and practicing, articulating, and just getting ready for this verbal battle, if you will, has been associated with regards to lawyers and judges. And I've had an opportunity in the last 2 weeks to actually have some conversation and kind of test the waters with a lot of the things Dave's been teaching us with actual attorneys, and within one situation, a recently retired judge. What I can tell you right now is that we don't have to be paying attention to all the cases that are out there in the case law that a lot of the attorneys have studied in law school. I mean, there's some importance with some of it, but what we have to understand is that, a case in point, you know, with statutes, there's a lot of statutes that our states pass. Out here in Colorado, they've been passing radical abortion statutes, as well as statutes on 2A rights infringements. And, you know, when you have when you have sheriffs that are making proclamations before they even pass that they're not going to enforce them, that should tell people where the statute lies constitutionally. So that's one thing just to kind of understand and consider when you're hearing, from attorneys, if they're trying to kind of denounce some of this, notice an affidavit power, when they're saying things like, well, we have to pay attention to the statutes and follow the statutes. Well, if those statutes are unconstitutional, they're really invalid and they're unlawful. So no, we don't have to follow them at all, and we don't have to use them with any sort of self-leverage that prevents us from moving forward and doing the right thing. A couple of things to think about too. I was challenged a little bit when I brought the maxims of law to a different attorney that I spoke to recently. And while we were talking about the maxims, he made a reference to the fact that, this is Old English law and it's not going to help my situation and it won't work. But what's interesting is when you look at the fundamental law, which is what the maxims are, and what they support as we use them in the notices and the affidavits to support constitutional premise that we're pulling right out of state constitutions and out of the U.S. Constitution, these things are aligned. So the maxims just give more power and more truth because they're universally accepted. And as far as I know, I haven't read anywhere where they've been universally rejected and denied. So anyway, just like gravity, it's a scientific law. Matter can't be created or destroyed. There's all kinds of scientific laws out there. The maxims are powerful, and they've stood the test of time. Even Thomas Jefferson referenced them on multiple occasions to several letters he wrote to different people who were engaging in studying our law. So what I want to lastly end up saying is, if you get pulled into a debate that involves jurisdictional, case law, just remember this, an important thing to remember that's very recent and something that's dear to a lot of Christians' hearts. Roe v. Wade was just recently overturned. And we all know why it was overturned, because we heard it wasn't that the judges came to their senses that abortion was wrong. Their ruling was constitutional in nature, because the issue of abortion should have never have been in any kind of jurisdiction at the federal level. It was never the federal government's place to say yay or nay on abortion and abortion rights. So it got kicked back to the states. But what we need to understand is that, how did it get to where it was, where the Supreme Court struck it down and turned it back to the states? The same Supreme Court, with different justices, over 50 years ago, put that in place. And so with that, we have to remember, if lawyers are going to try to tell us that, we have to follow case law in our arguments in pushing this LGBTQ ideology out of our schools, they're wrong. We don't. Cases can give us maybe some indications if we want to go there. But the bottom line is, as long as we understand the law, that's all we need to know and all we need to bring to the table to be ruled on constitutionally. So again, the fact that Roe v. Wade was unconstitutionally put in place decades ago, and then rightfully was struck down and returned back to the states by the same Supreme Court, completely nullifies the argument that we need case law to fight our argument, because we don't. I mean, Roe v. Wade being overturned just proved that the case law theory from decades ago was inaccurate. So that being said, have faith, be strong. The judge that actually took a look at what I'm bringing to him in my situation with pursuing the LGBTQ ideology removal from all of our schools, he encouraged me to keep going. He took a look at everything I was bringing him. He was aware of the maxims. He didn't understand the notices. He hadn't seen those before, but he was very interested in what I told him they were meant to do and designed to do. But he did tell me to keep pushing forward and keep going. So I'm encouraging you guys to keep pushing as well. Don't let the people that are trying to deter you try to stop you or change your opinions. Just remember your truth. God's word is the truth. It is the light. Keep bringing that darkness to the light and letting God's truth shine on it, because he is here. He is empowering us. He is lifting us up, and he's going to bring this victory through us right now. So thanks again. I'll post some more videos down the road, but I just wanted to share that with you. Good solid testimony coming from sharing this with some attorneys and striking down their arguments, and then getting a confirmation from a judge that we need to keep pushing and pursuing our freedom of religion rights, that these rights can't be taken away, and there are no other rights that people have, even freedom of speech, that can remove those religious rights from us. So take care, have a great day, and signing out here from Colorado.